Okay, I wanted to do this because I finally sat down and went through some old comments and messages and stuff. And I wanted to really address this and let it be known for all of my black male viewers. We're going to call this dating a black feminist. Okay. Not trying to sound, arrogant or anything. I don't have a problem getting a date. Okay? I don't have a problem meeting men. I don't have a problem conversing with men. I don't have an issue with that. And initially, when I first became a feminist a couple of years ago, about 3 years ago now, I was very kind of hush-hush about that, but it would, my views on gender roles and male-female relationships and just issues involving women, it would just seep into conversations, but I would never blatantly say I'm a feminist. Now, I do. I don't care. And I want it to be said and to be known for all feminists out there, the men on YouTube represent a very small population of men, okay? These are men who may be angry, who may be bitter, like I've said in the past, and this is their way to vent. They can say it behind a computer screen, can't nobody touch them, they can't nobody get in their face, a very passive-aggressive, crap, emotions or views or whatever. But there are men who, and I mean not for the men who blatantly disagree, who hate feminists, who hate what feminists stand for, blah, blah, blah. I'm telling you, when you meet men, and I'm from a major city, so I ain't from some little town in Minnesota. I'm from a major city, Chicago, okay? Men don't have a problem with it. I'm telling you, when I say I'm a feminist, most men are like, oh, okay. Seriously, and I usually anticipate like a bunch of questions or, some, hostility, maybe a little bit because of what I experienced on YouTube. They just don't have a problem with it. And the ones who do have questions, they're just really interested and fascinated with why I am the way I am, why I feel this way, how I became this way, and then we go into specific questions about how I feel about, gender roles and blah, 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 and how, for me, it's most important when you're talking about intimate romantic relationships that it's not about this man leading women thing. I can't stand it. And I let that be known early. I can't, like, the man is the head of the household and he leads women. Like, that's like nails on a chalkboard. Woo! I'm all about partnership. But then I did a video about chivalry. And let me say this. I don't have a problem, one, with a man being chivalrous to me. And two, and I'm going to elaborate on that. Two, I don't have a problem meeting men who are chivalrous. Like, this is the crazy part, even after I'm a feminist. And they know that means equality. And I take that separately because maybe, in the traditional sense of what chivalry is, and I've had women talk to me about this, as far as, like, don't you feel, like, weak and stuff? Like, women were, like, these little docile things. I understand that, but I don't see it that way. For me, it's, like, just a man just doing something nice for you, like holding doors and whatever. But, and what, you're going to, they're going to squawk about this. Well, I don't have a problem holding my own door. I don't have a problem with that. But if a man does it for me, I appreciate it. It's a nice, kind gesture. And you say thank you. I don't feel weak. I don't feel submissive. I just like, oh, we're going out. He wants to hold the door. He held the door for me. I meet men who are like, that's ingrained in them. And it's just reciprocal. You hold the door. I don't care if I get to the door first. I'm hold it. He's going to hold it. We're going to go through the door. It's not, it doesn't become an issue. It becomes an issue it's in theory, but in practice, it's just not. And there's just men who, but I run into more men who do it. Like, seriously. If a man's in front of me, or if a man sees me coming through a door, he's going to hold the door. It's just what it is. I don't know what the issue is. Like, it's crazy. But dating and being a feminist is just not an issue with brothers. Like, bona fide, working class brothers. They just don't have an issue with it. You know, they're like, oh, I'm all for equality. I don't believe in this men leave the household thing, blah, blah, blah. You know, I want to get married. I want to have children. I believe in the strength and the beauty and the structure of marriage. I do. But also, and there are lots of black blogs about marriage and family and children. They will tell you every marriage is different, and how you work and run your marriage is totally individual. There is no set structure for a marriage. So what my marriage is going to look like is going to look totally different than somebody else's. And that's why I think people, I guess, men feel like that this is what it's supposed to be, or other people, I should say. But your marriage is different. You know, and they're like, oh, feminism has set up all these, you know, divorce and blah, blah. I'm telling you, and as women, you know, you're going to hear in the media about single women, you know, blah, blah, blah. Can't find a man, can't find a good man, all these men are dating white women, blah, blah. Of course, I see men swirling all the time. I see men with white women, Asian women, purple women, all the time. I just like, whatever. But I see women with white men. It don't matter. Free agency. But I see lots of black couples. That's what I'm saying. Don't believe the hype that black men and women are not dating, getting married, having children, and making their marriages work. Don't believe the hype, okay? There's a movement going on right now on the internet about black love and showing positive and encouraging black marriage. Don't believe the hype that these men are trying to spoon feed you this hype that white media is telling black women. Don't believe the hype, okay? Just because you and a couple of your friends ain't got a man don't mean the other women ain't, okay? You need to, you know, change up your pool or something. But there are men out here who want relationships, monogamy, trust and believe, you know, what people are looking for. You know, they want 10% of men, and like men want 10% of women. You need to expand your spectrum, okay? You ain't got to date somebody butt ugly, but expand your spectrum. You know, open up your possibilities, and trust me, things will change. But no, I just want to let everyone know who is black and who is dabbling in feminism and really starting to change the way they think. Do not let that discourage you from thinking that you won't meet a man who is willing to go along with the ride. And for the men out there who are like, oh, he's going to be a punk, he's not. And men like women with a backbone and who has a strong mind, okay? And that doesn't make you a bitch. That doesn't make you anything, okay? It just means that you know what you want, you know, and you're strong in your convictions. Men like that. Men are drawn to that. And if you like a man to hold the door for you and pay for a meal occasionally, there's nothing wrong with that. And if a man wants to do that for you, let him. Be appreciative, say thank you, you know, do something nice for him in return. It's all about give and take and being reciprocal. But I follow that extra stuff. I'm serious. I follow that extra stuff. It's not an issue. It's not. Men on YouTube will jack your head up. Go out there. You're going to meet a brother. He's going to want to take you to dinner. He's going to open the car door. He's going to open up the restaurant door. You're going to smile and say, thank you, sweetie. Thank you, honey. And you're going to go about your business. Now, if you are a feminist and you have a problem with that and you don't want to do that, then say so. Say so. Now, just be nice about it, because the next one, you know, she's going to be like, why the hell does he not do this? Well, you know, go about it in a way that you don't jack him up for the next one. I'm serious. I'm serious. I'm very serious. I may be laughing, but I'm serious. But don't believe the hype, okay? You know, I don't think, for me, and I'm pretty strong on my feminist convictions, that doesn't move me. You know, I like that. I do. And I will stand by that. The chivalry video, you know, all this crap. Producer for real, I'm about to go in on you. I'm serious. But it just, don't believe the hype. You know, there are plenty of black people getting married all the time. Don't believe that. Do people get divorced? Absolutely. But I'm not going to say that society has gotten them there. It's because a lot of people be into the fantasy, and that people don't know that marriage takes work and effort every day. You don't get to just chill in your marriage and then look up 4 months later and be like, I'm unhappy. Well, what the hell have you been doing the last 4 months? You've got to put in some work and effort, or it won't work. It's just that simple. And every married couple who is successful and long-term will tell you that. It takes effort. But yeah, if you're a feminist and you're dating, don't worry about it. And you're black, there are plenty of brothers out there. If you talk about wanting, equality, every relationship's different. And how you work yours and how yours runs, you don't need mass approval for it. Okay? I know this lady who used to work at my school, and she said she don't cook. She said her husband cooked. She said she never cooked. And she like 50. She like, I just don't cook. I just don't. She's like, my husband cooked. I don't cook. And I was like, for real? And she's like, yeah, I just don't cook. He always cooked. And I is married with some kids, and it's working. So, yeah. Don't believe the hype. Like I'm saying, please don't believe it. You're gonna, men out there, there's a group of closed-minded men out there. And there's a lot more who are just want good women and believe in the respect and the appreciation of women. And that doesn't make them punks. It just makes them good men. And, you know a good man when you see one. So, that's it. Don't believe the hype. Bye.